So she'll let me. All right. What up, what up, what up, y'all? I am your host, Young Smooth, and once again, I am back for another one of my interview sessions. I am so excited. I am so excited. I feel like I have worked all day long, but finally got the man in the building. My boy FDA Kenny is in the building. Say what's up to the people, Kenny.
What's up? What's up?
Yo, it is so good to have you here. Um, I guess what we should say
Yeah,
is
thank
that
you.
it's a little bit. You're welcome. It's a little bit different to do this interview because it's not like I don't know you. that's what's gonna make it so
Right.
much different. Like I know you. You're my brother for
Right.
real. You
Way
know what I'm
back.
saying to you? Right. We official, nigga.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
It's a
I'm
fact.
super excited. I'm super excited. So, all in all,
Yeah.
you recently started out with this new project, and we'll touch more into it as well. But as I start out asking everybody, because I feel like your health is your wealth, how are you doing throughout this pandemic?
I've been good. I've been good. Trying to duck and dodge the COVID. But I've been working out, taking my vitamins, and just
Mhm.
trying to stay out the way. I haven't
You ain't
been
never
going
lying.
too many places.
I feel
Uh,
you. I feel you. I mean, work has been crazy, and there have been hella changes. But washing my hands are so dry. Like my hands are so dry, it's unnecessary. But try to make it happen. All right.
right.
So
Right.
even in throughout this pandemic, and especially with recording and writing new music, is there anything else that you've learned specifically in this pandemic?
The world is crazy. It's a crazy place.
Mhm.
I'm just happy that we hopefully we got a new president and we can hopefully get over this crazy shit soon.
Who knows? Do we
Hopefully we
even
can get back
know?
to
Like
normal
what's today? Today's the
shit.
sixth. Do we even have any numbers on it yet? Does anybody know anything?
Yeah, I think Trump is gone. I think he lost.
Mm.
Yeah, I think all the numbers. I don't think all the numbers came back as of us talking right now, but I think it's pretty much done.
I hope so, because ain't nobody got time for this. We tired. We tired. We want to get out of these masks. Which I
Facts.
don't want. I don't want anybody to think that that will happen automatically. That's not going to happen automatically.
Right.
We still got to go through cold and flu season of this year, and hopefully get past everything, and still get the numbers down. Surprisingly, that's the only thing. The election has been the only thing they talked about. We ain't even talked about COVID cases while that's
Right.
happening. Excuse me. As clearly now, I'm getting. I'm not claiming it. I'm not getting sick. I'm not getting sick. I'm just flushing my shit out. Um.
Right. Make sure you take your vitamins. Make sure you take
Oh
your
my
vitamin
god.
D,
I'm on my
your zinc.
D, my zinc, my fish oil, my goalie gummies. Not a sponsor, just saying. But
Oh, nice.
but they are, yeah, them goalie gummies are everything. Let me tell you, they give me everything that I need. So what made you decide? Because you've been doing this for years, years, years,
Low key.
years. Right. What made you decide to go ahead and put out a solo debut?
Um, honestly, honestly, I was having a conversation. Honestly, not even really a conversation. I seen Kev Cannon.
Hmm.
I seen Kev one day, and he was just like, he was like, KK, why you rap? And I was just, because I stopped rap. For those that don't know, rap briefly, probably like over 10 years, or over a decade ago,
Oh my
but
God, yes.
you know, maybe 12, 11, 12 years ago, maybe. When
Hmm.
I stopped rapping, and I only rap briefly. But this is so I don't know I wasn't even thinking about it. So Cav Cannon, he gave me the idea. He was just like, KK, why don't you rap again? And I thought about it. He was like, you've been through a lot of stuff, you probably got a lot to say. And yeah, I just one day I just made a beat, and I started writing to it. and
Hmm.
I just went from there.
Unfortunately, what a lot of people don't know is that this whole project, you also not only wrote it, but you also produced all the tracks and engineered yourself, correct?
Yeah. Hmm. Yes.
That is dope. That is dope. And that's a lot. If I was you, I'd be
Yeah,
tired. Ain't nobody got time for this. It's a lot.
I'm definitely tired.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just getting started, you know. I'm just getting started. So as far as being an artist, so I ain't tired
So
yet.
right. So what are your plans on your next visuals as far as an artist?
As far as visuals,
Yeah.
drop some videos. I want to drop at least hopefully I can drop three videos to this project.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as visuals, maybe another photo shoot. Definitely I want to
Got.
drop some videos, get that part going.
Mm-hmm. So how has the flow changed for you? Because I feel like listening to it, and I understand that the growth has completely changed because you and I have been doing this since 2003 ish. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel like your
Yeah.
flow has changed?
I feel I feel like I just grown as a person, you know. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like I feel like as far as my flow, I just go off of how I feel, you know. I kind of, I don't know whatever my flow is. I just go off of how I feel, you know. I try to keep up with, the youngins because but
Right.
I just grown as an artist, grown as a human being, and I just,
Mm-hmm.
put that in my lyrics, you know.
Okay. So why the title "Payback" for this album?
But payback, it
Mm-hmm.
means a lot of things. It means a lot of things. Um, I'm kind of a quiet guy. I kind of stay behind the scenes. I've been working with a lot of guys underground. Locally for years. And
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of just like my introduction. Which is my introduction and slash reintroduction. So it's kind of like payback. Like here's some payback. And
Right. Right.
you know, it just, it's not nothing too deep. I thought it
Mm-hmm.
sounded cool too. I was, I thought about my album name for months, and I
Yeah.
just, payback came into my head, and I was like, you know what, that's it.
Mm-hmm. And so who inspires you and moves you the most in your music?
It's life,
Mm-hmm.
life. It's, just going through things, growing. There's really no person. I can say one person.
Right.
I would say everybody that's in my life. And
Mm-hmm.
like pretty much it.
Right. 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 So with this becomes a milestone situation as far as you being a new artist and you being a producer at this particular point. What legacy are you trying to leave with your music?
My legacy right now, I want people to um to to hear what I got, to hear my music, to hear what I got to say, to hear my instrumentals, to hear. I just kind of want to leave an imprint, especially where I'm from, where we from.
Hmm.
As an artist, and all around artist, you know, just
Sure.
hopefully not just locally, but worldwide. I want everybody to. I'm not planning. I'm not playing right now. I'm
Right.
gonna prove
Right.
time. I'm gonna prove, who I am, and I want to definitely leave an imprint on the world before I'm done.
Exactly. Exactly.
And I'm in my prime, and I'm in my prime, and I want, is my, I want to go out like Mayweather.
Right. Right. Um, and so in this album for Payback, what tracks mean the most to you? Like, is there any particular track that means more than another?
um, as far as I'm not gonna say any more means more. I have some. I didn't go too deep on this project, but of course, our track, Mideast Official.
Yes.
That means a lot because we that's what we started as. For those that don't know, we started. It was me, Troy, and my
It
sister.
was.
We started this back in 2003.
Oh
We started.
Jesus.
We've been around. We we
Long
dinosaurs,
time.
but we still got our baby faces. But
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that means a lot. And honestly, the whole track, you know, I have a beat on it. Can't tell me nothing. That track is over probably
Excuse me.
11, 12 years old. That beat.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a couple things on there that I mean.
And
But
I
I mean
love
the
the
whole the
track.
whole album, the whole
Yeah.
yeah. No,
And I love the
you can
track
go ahead.
Honey. I love the track Honey because I realized that Honey was the one that you gave me and is on the podcast. So you can listen to it in its entirety on my podcast, and it is also on Payback. So it is definitely one of my favorite tracks as well. Speaking of favorite tracks, let's actually get into a few of those. One of my favorites, and I think I'm glad it led off as a single, but it was so strange in its positioning because it's actually the last song on the album, which is 1996. Talk about
Oh yeah.
1996 and how 1996 came about and what the meaning of that is.
Yeah, 1996. That was actually the second to last song that I made on the project.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was making the song, this song kind of gave me a feel of 1996. There's really no other reason why it's called 1996, but it just gave me the
Yeah,
feeling of 1996. Um, I was a
yeah,
kid. I was
that is true. Um, for those that don't know, KK is for, or let me rephrase this: KK, aka Zodiac, aka FDA Kenny, depending on what you want to call him, is faithful
like,
for not naming a track and saying, okay, this is what that name of the track is going to be while I do it, and it just is what it is, and that will be that. So there are many times that I have been like, okay, so what are we going to call this track? And we have no idea, and then all of a sudden, this is what the track, this is what the track is. That's just like when we did that's just like when we did Fire. Like it had no name, it had nothing. It just was like, yo, let's just call it. It's fire. This gonna be fire. And so sometimes that is how great tracks come about. It really does. One of my other favorites, and it is not because I am on it. That is just a thing. But one of my other favorites is definitely Mideast Official. So take me through your writing process of Mideast Official, and then I'll take you through what happened with me with Mideast Official.
honestly, with Mideast Official, I think we had I think I was telling you about my project. I was working on it, and you said you definitely wanted to be featured on it. So when I
Mm-hmm.
was making that beat, I actually had in mind that we try to. I didn't really have the tone or the idea of the beat, but I kind of just was like I'm gonna find a nice sample and probably trying to make it more reminiscent, And
Right.
I came up with that, that I found that sample and I was just like, yeah, that's the one.
And I
That was pretty
loved
much it.
it, and remembered that excuse me, I immediately connected with it, but I remembered that I had to sit with the track for at least a week. And the only reason that I sat with the track so long was because at the end, at the end of your verse, you give a shout out to me and your sister. And I was like, oh, okay. And so then I had to sit back real quick and really think about it and be like, okay, well, how am I going to approach this? And there were many different ways to approach it. And then, like, I wanted to talk about you wanting to drop out of school. I wanted to talk about me handing you the first black and mild. I wanted to talk about like so many different things. But I kind of had to like, you gotta see, you and I have a lifetime together, and you kind of got to sum that up as quickly as possible. But
Right.
one of the things I think that was the hardest for me in that particular moment was the one line where I say that I could have lost you to a police committed crime. That part was one of the ones where I was like, I kind of struggled with putting that in because I was like, trauma is still trauma until it's not trauma. Like everybody has their thing. So
Right.
and I was like, I don't know, but I was very happy that you loved it and very happy that you kept it. So yes, so
Yeah.
that was my experience with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
because boy, I'm gonna tell you, we can make it funny now that we can laugh at it because we out of it at this point. But that damn night, I was so mad. Excuse me, I was so mad. So Kenny go out with his homeboy from school, and they go out, and I get a call to come get him. I'm like, okay, I've done it before. I don't have no problem. I'm gonna go ahead and do it again. So this is the time. So this is every bit of like 2005. Well, no. It's like 2006, 2007, because the 2005 version of the same type of story was the one where I had just got my license, and you was fucked up, and I was like, okay, no, that's not good. But but with this one, it was that night. I remember you were at the nightclub who shall remain nameless, and I literally went to it trying to look for you. Mind you, balls to the wall, because what ended up happening to you could have still happened to me, as mad as I was that night. So I'm parking in side alleys on the back, this, that, and the third. And mind you, I have no car at the time. I got my wife's car. So I'm like, fuck this. I'm gonna just go walk and go look for you and shit. Can't find you. So then I run into your friend and I'm like, yo, they at the subway. It was like, yo, we got split up. I don't know where he is. It's that and the third. Like, my heart dropped. Finally, hours went by, yo, and then this how you know you a real Baltimore nigga when niggas just be yelling out your name outside of their car and shit. I am mad as fuck. I'm steaming with you, like, yo, you done got drunk, you done walked off somewhere. I'm mad as fuck at this point. Like, no, this some bullshit. Where did he go? Oh my god, what the fuck? I'm talking to your friend. What the fuck do you mean? You don't know where he at? Da, 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 da. Whole time, I'm in my bag. I'm in my feelings. I'm like, all right, fuck this. So I go off and I will go home. You know what I'm saying? I hit up 83. I'm burning up 83. I go home. I tell your sister she sleep. I'm like, babe, I can't find him. I don't know what happened. Da, 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 da. She sleeps, so she really didn't pay the shit no mind. We are now making a trip to Delaware the next day. You feel me? Whole time, your mom's call and we like, so did you find him where he at? Da, 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 da. And then she was like, you was locked up. Now, what I think is the most fucked up part about that whole story is that you were locked up. There was no reason that you were charged, and it was a police brutality situation. So for those that think that this is some shit that just started happening, Black Lives Matter, and the police just thought, nah, we was doing that shit in 2005. That shit was before 2005 in the 90s. So this is not something that is just brand fucking new, but it angers my soul, and that is what pushed me to write that line. Like I had to really put that line together.
Yeah,
You feel
man.
me?
I appreciate it,
Mm-hmm.
man. Yeah. That was a crazy
Mm-hmm.
night.
It
Yeah.
was. It was. Now the funnier one was the night at the Iguana Cantina. First of all, the Iguana Cantina is the devil, and nobody should go there. That shit was
I mean, it's
that shit
gone
was
now.
horrible. It is
That
gone
that shit
now.
is that's history.
When they was
Baltimore
giving away
history.
they was giving away motherfucking drinks for what, like $5, and they
Nah, that
like
shit
you
was
could drink.
that shit was free all night. That shit was
It
you
was free
paid
all night.
to
Oh
get in
my
the club.
god.
Yeah, you pay to get in the
Uh,
club. You can go get as much drinks as you want. That shit was a recipe for disaster.
then I had to drive motherfucking Kyle's car, his truck, and mind you, Kyle every bit of 6 feet and some change. I'm 5 and some change. And his seat wouldn't push up, so I had to like drive like this and shit. Let me tell you something. If you go out with Troy, we gonna make it home. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. We gonna make it home. Shit. But this nigga right here, this nigga gets so fucking drunk. Mind you, we just got this is about like 2005, 2006. Just got the whip. And I'm like, yo, he's done, blackout done. I said, "Oh my god." He was like, "Yo, I love you, yo. Thank you so much for coming to get me, and you the best." Da, da, da. I said, "Nigga, you throw up in this car, I'm not gonna be the best. I'm telling you that now. Gone. You hear me? Gone. Lightweight gone. Or your 21st birthday, which was another part of that verse that I put in that bitch too. Your 21st birthday, when I was like, that time in March felt like a days. Yes, yes, it did. I'm not fucking with y'all no more.
that was a lifetime ago.
It definitely
Lifetime
feels like it. Speak Speaking of a lifetime ago and some of the other tracks, go over Harm City. That is also another one of my favorites that I've been bumping recently.
Oh, yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, Harm City, man. I mean, I came up, I found that's a sample. I had sampled that. I found that sample, and I don't know. I made the beat first, and it was just hard as it was just hard. The beat was hard, and I just like let me vibe out to this. Let me vibe
Mm-hmm.
out to this. I didn't want to go too deep on it. I just had fun on the track. Which is really kind of what I did for the whole project.
And I could tell that there was just a lot of I'm just having fun and trying, trying out new
Yeah,
things. Like even going back to like 1996, like there was a part with the like the ragu portion and shit where you were like in a pocket, and I was like, I like this, I like this, I could feel this, so I'm
yeah, I
definitely here
appreciate
for
it.
that. And then the lead track, Apes. I love this lead track. Like
Yeah.
that one is
Yeah.
definitely dope. Definitely dope. So
That was the first. That was the first song I made. That was the first
yeah,
song I made when I got back into it.
yeah. And I like the fact I wanted to tell you that I think I said this to you. I feel like Meth on Biggie's album, like I'm the only feature. Like, and I feel
Yeah,
like, like Meth on Biggie's album right now. So I'm like, yeah, I think this will be iconic and historic. You also got a chance to be featured for the Vibe sessions. So that means that you talked to
yeah,
Monty, you got a chance to talk to Neffy, which is really,
yeah,
really great. And so we
yeah.
ended up talking about you on the last interview because she had no idea. I was like, babe, that's family, family.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
shouts out to Nephew Raps and the Vibe Session,
Yes.
for having me and reaching out, I definitely appreciate all of that, all the
Okay.
love I get, So shouts out to Nephew Raps, you know.
Absolutely. And I think that this album for you is quintessentially a moment. I think that it you got a chance to take and step away from doing everything for everyone else and was able to now do something for yourself. You feel what I'm saying? Because a lot of times that's what it is. Like we sit back and I think for years, we've done it for years. I mean, all the way from the band until
Yeah.
you get into almost into this FDA situation. Speaking of which, explain for those that don't understand what FDA is and what that movement is all about.
Yeah, well, Feed the Animals, that's me and Kev Cannon, who's an artist, and my brother, he's like a little brother. We've been working with each other probably since like 2011, 2010. You know,
2010. Ooh, yeah,
he was working with me and Troy. Used to come to the studio, Troy's studio, Troy and my sister's studio, Owens Mills.
I
You know,
did. I
and,
did.
we've been grinding, for a long time.
Hmm.
Me and Kev, we started Feed the Animals probably back in 2017, maybe 2016, and
Hmm.
we did 6 projects together. Even beyond when we was working with Mitty Mimio, we formed Feed the Animals. It's the movement we've been riding with, for the past few years, and
Right.
I'm kind of just, Kev. I did 6 projects with him. You can go on Google, type in Kev Cannon. You'll see all our work we put together for years, and you'll see other, you know, and um, and I'm kind of just carrying the flag, you know, for now. I'm clearing that Feed the Animals flag, and we just You know,
I
where
love
they
it.
go
I
from
love it.
there. You know,
I love it. I love
yeah.
it. And because I don't know if I ever asked, but like, where did the title "Feed the Animals" come from, or why did it show up like that?
Yeah, that comes from Kevin. He had
Mhm.
actually I think he had a painting. Because he paints, so he had a painting
Mhm.
that he had feed the animals on. Um, he might have had a jacket. I don't know if he got it from the jacket or the painting, but either way, you know,
Right.
feed the animals that kind of just been our thing. It's been around. We kind of just it came from either the painting and it turned into a movement. And that's kind of our thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, plus we feeding the animals. We feeding. When we put our art and our music and our creativity out there, we feeding
Right.
everybody, feeding the animals.
So, what is the I know that visuals are definitely coming up, and I know that you want to run this project all the way through. But is there something else that'll be in the works?
Right now, I'm just hoping I can just continue. I'm working on my second project right now. I already started with I'm making a few beats. I want to do
Mm-hmm.
more. I want to do more. Uh, what's the word? I want to do more. I want to do more collaborations. I want to do
Yeah.
more collaborations. I want to collaborate with a lot more local artists that I don't usually work with. People that I see coming up. Hopefully, I'll reach out to some people. Hopefully, they don't think I'm too small of a guy to not reach back out to me. Hopefully,
I I might have some work for you, by the way, that we'll talk about off of this. So yeah,
cool.
we'll work that out. But I might have some other work that we can put into perspective for you, because niggas need to know. Okay, like I the reason that I started to do this, and I've rapped my ass off for years.
Yeah,
I rapped my ass off when we was MEO, bitch.
facts.
I'm sorry. I had to die. I died just thinking about that for a second. But
I
I,
wish I could find the old tapes, man.
oh my god, I
I wish I could
promise you,
find
I think they
the old
still on a
tapes.
hard disk recorder, yo.
Yeah,
One day,
something. Yeah,
one day we're gonna have to take a day and just really look into that hard disk recorder. I think there's still some CDs down that bitch. Burn all of that shit, good, bad, or ugly, off of it, and then because you always said that you wanted to sample, like sample yourself. So that would be perfect shit to sample yourself from. Yes,
yeah, well, yeah,
because that shit. And I'm glad that you now have the new monitors too, which is great because I had to force that issue too. It was like, how was that working out for you? The monitors are great.
yeah. I got one hooked up. The other one of them, I don't know. I don't know if
This
it's
still
gonna
has that short.
record. Yeah, one of
Yeah.
them still, but one of them is definitely hooked up, and I'm about to buy another cord, and I'm about to.
Hmm.
No, it sounds good though. It's a lot better.
That's good because I
Yeah,
thought about that. Like when I was recording, I was like, "Yo, you need that sound." You know what I'm saying to you? Like you need to feel your sound and feel your bass. So I think that those monitors will be excellent. And I think honestly, truth be told, I don't think it's a short in the actual monitor itself. I think it's actually short in maybe the cord. So you may just
thanks.
need to buy a new cord for that. But let's see. So we've kind of gone over the project. Yeah, I just told y'all all of the stuff that KK out here doing. Um, but yeah, I will also need at least another 5 tracks from you, new, old, otherwise, because I love the fact and was so happy as I listened to this project, the Honey, which was one of the very first ones that started me back into doing my podcast, was one of those tracks. So I was like, yes. I was like,
Yeah,
yes, that is so great. Um,
that's one of my favorite beats.
is yeah. Um, hmm. So take me through what your production looks like. Like, how do you make a beat?
Man, right now, it depends. Like, what you mean? Like, Sometimes we mean like the exact process of how I make the melody or
Right,
how
like
slow.
or what motivates you? Like what motivates you, and how do you sit down to excuse me to create said beat of whatever you're looking for?
It depends. I mean, it depends on my mood. I have fun, like making beats. It's fun for me, so it's like playing a video game or
Hmm.
something that it keeps my once I make a beat, it makes me happier. But as far as the process, it depends. Sometimes I might be like I want a sample, so I might go through a bunch of samples I have,
Right.
or sometimes I might just be like I don't. I just want to make something just fresh, and I'll just, I'll make a melody, or I'll start with a drum, or, it just depends, it depends on, you
Hmm.
know, I don't make a lot of beats, I don't have a lot of time to make a lot of beats, so,
Hmm.
as much time as I want to, so,
I'm about to say, does that feel weird now? Because there was a space in time where that's all you did, and now to not have that same amount of time, does that feel weird to you?
it's frustrating. It's more
Is it?
frustrating
Yeah.
because I want to have all the time in the world to just make music, and I'm hoping, I'm still out here grinding, hustling, working, doing what I do got to do to stay on top of things. But hopefully I can have, hopefully I can have at least 5 years in the game, where that's all I do. At least 5 years in the game, that's all I do is make music, and I can make all them beats that I want, and I can prove to the world and show the world, that yeah,
And
I can make
I think that the
music.
fact that um there's a more independent route now, and there's a plethora for artists to do. I think that you can definitely make that happen because remember, I mean, you and I have been in this for so long to the point where we really had to look at it like, yo, there was a moment where we were looking at music on MySpace,
Facts.
like, whoo, excuse me, and I was
MySpace.
like,
I wish I could get my MySpace back. I wish I could get my MySpace back with all my shit on there.
oh my god, mm, mm, mm. You knew it was getting out of control on your MySpace days when it went from your top 8 to your top 16 to your top 30, top 36. It was
Right.
ridiculous. It was, and people had all them like little glitter memes and shit and all this
It's
music,
crazy.
and we we did not have computers or servers that were handling any of that shit. Oh,
Mhm.
them MySpace days was horrible. And the fact that it's still actually available. I mean, it's out there, quote unquote, but it's not really.
It's not the same MySpace.
It's
Not
not. It's not.
the
We miss it. We miss. We used to be able to change your background up and just do whatever. Now, a lot of things. I think a lot of times for what we've done in social, we've done a lot of stuff in social media, like from having the groups and all of the group chats on Facebook, and just trying to set out like podcasts, and now being on StreamYard. Like that's a lot. Like we've done a lot in a decade. Like it's crazy.
No, it's true. It's technology. It advanced a lot in the last decade, last 2 decades,
Oh
really.
my. Do you remember when me and your sister both had the G1s, which was still like they were
Mm.
like advanced sidekicks out this bitch?
Yeah, it was like the first smartphones. It had to
Oh my
even.
god.
I don't remember a smartphone before that. I don't
Mm-mm,
remember a smartphone.
mm-mm. And it was like, if you look at it now, it is archaic. It is archaic compared to now.
I still had
Like
Maxine
why?
gave me. I still had that phone like for years later. Like Maxine gave that to me, and I had that phone
I'm gonna
for a
need
little
you not
bit
to.
until it broke.
I'm gonna need you not to. What was worse was this mofo here was faithful for losing the phone, bruh. When I tell you, nigga, you might as well have been a drug dealer because it was like you had a burner every other week. I was like, yo, why do we, how we gonna
That
get in
was
touch with you?
that was a long time ago. I had my same number now for a minute.
You have, yes, very much so. But that shit in the beginning, we was like, bruh,
I had definitely had a new number all the time. So,
mm-mm, that is a fact. Um, sorry, just trying to get like through this cold, over this cold. Who knows what's happening? I'm not dying though. That is the thing. Um,
just take it. Make sure you get some rest. Take your vitamins.
let me tell you, because I'm not gonna keep running around with these people. So where do you see this project going? I know, like right now, you have it on all of your media platforms, but what are you
All
hoping
platforms.
for that? Yeah,
All platforms. It's on all platforms.
yeah,
You can't say you can't listen to my project because it's everywhere.
it
It's
is.
everywhere you look.
And doesn't that anger your soul when you have worked so hard to try to make sure you can get it on all different platforms, and niggas be like, I don't know where it's at. Nah, it's on all of them.
Facts.
It is on all of them. Now, did you use like one place to spread it out to everything, or did you have to go to each one individually?
No, I use one place like a distribution place distribution
Hmm.
website.
Which is awesome. Again, for the younger generation, sometimes you got to just use one. Like a lot of people ask about like the podcast, like, well, how do I distribute it to so many different places? I use it as my RSS feed from SoundCloud, and then I keep pushing. I keep pushing from there and push it to everything. The only thing that I think that makes it different from SoundCloud versus just regular music in general, or I'm sorry, doing a podcast versus doing regular music, is the fact that you have to get approved, like super approved through
Right.
all of them. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty much exactly the same.
I mean,
Um,
you gotta do that too. You gotta get approved.
yeah,
You
yeah,
can't.
yeah,
You got certain things. It gotta be right. You can't.
mm,
Certain things have to be original, at least for what I use.
right. So, your downtime. What does your downtime look like right now?
My downtime,
Yeah.
any downtime I have, I'll probably be in my room
Mm-hmm.
smoking. But I don't smoke, whatever, smoking. Drink. I don't drink like that. But my downtime. I'm just trying to relax and get some rest.
Right.
Um, I don't have much downtime. I haven't had much downtime in a long time, really.
Mm-hmm.
But, I'm just hopefully my, you know,
What
work
is that since the
you know,
pandemic or before the pandemic?
both, you
Mm-hmm.
know, both really. I don't have much time to downtime. I haven't had a lot of downtime recently. And I don't know how long, years.
It definitely feels that way. It definitely feels that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So other than that, I think I've pretty much exhausted a lot of my questions. Um, I think so. Yeah. Is there is there anything that you want to leave the fans with, like a specific message about
Um.
empowerment, or whatever you want?
Well, keep on striving. Keep on. If you got dreams and you really want to accomplish them, keep on going. You never know when. You never know when you're gonna reach that goal.
Mm-hmm.
You never know. You never know when you're gonna become a millionaire. You never know when you're gonna own your own business. You never know when you're gonna be successful. Just keep on going. Whatever life give you, you take that and you go with it. And shout outs to Johnny Nobles and
Mm-hmm.
because I got his gear on. I got his. He gave me a care package with this shirt. I got another shirt, and I got this hat from him a few years ago. So shout out to Johnny Nobles.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and as far as just keep on pushing. Keep on grinding. You know?
Right. And I think that has been the story that we've done for years. You know what I'm saying? Like we never really stopped. Excuse me. As much as I want to, every day I'd be like, look, I'm getting older. I'm getting tired, but I love this music. I love this game. I love what I do. I appreciate what I do. I do it even when I'm not feeling the best, but I'm gonna still make sure that we give you at least 100% when I'm supposed to be giving you 150. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yes.
definitely do that. Um, let's actually before we go, let's talk about one of the best. What's one of your greatest sessions? One of the best sessions that you had, whether it was you doing your own thing or you working with another artist.
Oh man, I can't even say. I had many great sessions.
Mm-hmm.
I had great sessions by myself and with other artists
Right.
over the years. I don't know, and I'm probably gonna have many more. Hopefully, I have many more. So,
Oh, for sure. For
hopefully, I don't
sure.
know if I have the greatest yet, but I'm definitely going to hopefully, you know,
Mhm.
keep on working.
And I definitely want to make sure I introduce you. I know that we've been talking about this for a minute, and our schedules have been so conflicting. But I definitely want to make sure that we introduce you to some of the wonderful people at the Gold Room, so you can get a feel for that. Definitely introduce you to my guy Crab. And what I want to do is I want to do a continuation to this and have you, Crab, Obeats, everybody all in the same place, all on this one platform.
Yeah, yeah, I would
Yeah,
like that. Definitely.
absolutely.
Anytime, anytime.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely set it up. That's probably gonna be one of my next ones that I'll work on. Because you know it's all about trying to get everybody all in one place at one time, and you know how difficult that can be. I don't
Cool.
know. I don't know how I do it. I don't know. I really don't.
Hey
But
man, keep doing your thing, man. You really doing it. This is, it's a
you
great
know,
outlet. You know,
thank you. I really appreciate it because you know I'm just trying to be little old me out here. Like I ain't got much. You know, I just put it together.
nah,
But you
man. This
did you get a
it's
chance to see the
definitely.
room when you got the monitors?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, man. It looks great. It looks
Yeah,
great. I can't wait to shoot a video in
yo, because
there.
it's not 100% done because still got to put some shells and some other stuff that I'm working on with it. But yes, I did all of this my damn self, bro. Everything,
Yeah, man. It looks good. That looks good.
everything from that, and I always point it out. But from that picture that's behind me to the damn wall, and let me tell you something. That next day, I was hurt. I was like, "Ooh, we not young no more." I can't. I was like, "Ooh, I can't get up from this. This is bad." So there is
I
that.
know the yeah, and I know the histories of the CDs too. The
You
CDs that
do.
you got in the
You do.
yeah, man, you got yeah. So that shit is dope to me.
Which is actually that's funny that you
That
say that.
CD collection.
It's funny that you say that because especially if you
Yeah,
get up to where you guys can't see. But excuse me. But the Beyonce and the A Marie stuff, that was a lot. And those were things that we were
yeah,
still bumping via a CD at the time. So yeah, those mean a lot.
facts.
Those mean a lot. Absolutely. All right. So I don't want to waste any more of your time, but I appreciate you as always. So
Oh
I'm
man,
going to, yeah, absolutely. I'm going to take you down for a second. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to close out, and then you and I will talk off cam, and I'll let you go. All right.
cool.
Once again, y'all, that's FDA Kenny in the building. Let's go. All right, y'all. That was my boy FDA Kenny in the building. I'm so sorry. I'm just trying to fight through this. Y'all can hear it's all nasally in my head. It's another reason why you did not get an episode this week because I'm not giving y'all that, and we're not going through all of that all week long. That shit just is not happening. But I definitely appreciate all of y'all for watching. I definitely appreciate all of y'all that watch the playback because you will, and I feel great about it. So you just kicked it once again with Young Smooth. Now, don't you feel great about it? I know you should be. All right, y'all. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Peace.